Maneuvering a crowd is an art, step too far, and you're on someone's heels, too short, and someone is on yours. Shifting from left to right. Rocks don't stop a river. You could be a strong, large man. A crowd will still trample you. So Locke learned to maneuver the crowd. So well, in fact, finding spaces and gaps, light on his feet, slipping in and out. When you're a 15-year-old and a head shorter than the kids his age, then small cracks and opening is just another opportunity for movement. Loxie stopped by 3 shops before heading to the second part of his day. The baker, he makes breads and some breads so thin you can wrap meat and veggies inside them. The baker called them wraps. Makes sense to Locke. The baker had a letter he needed delivered. Paid Losay his fee for same-day delivery, hoping that first thing in the morning Locke would bring a response. Second place he stopped was a clothing shop ran by a lady named Star. Star was an older lady who loved challenges. Her shop was the storefront for a large business she ran. She outfitted the whole military. She took pride in that contract. It allowed her team of workers to stay busy all the time, while she kept at the front and took on special projects. Projects like boots for Locke. She gave Losay cloths and anything he usually needed in exchange for deliveries. She also had a third set of boots for Locke to try. She had noticed his boots a few months back on one of his deliveries. Locke told her how he made them, and she had loved listening to the process and asked if she could attempt to replicate them. He did. She'd spend weeks working on a set for Locke to test out. Each one failed differently than the last. First set, the metal barbs ripped off and caused Locke to slide off a wet roof. The second set, the straps weren't arranged right, and they'd become loose on runs. He kept having stop and retighten. This set was supposed to fix those issues. His current boots strapped to his back as he tried on the new set. They felt tight, barbs sharp and brown leather straps in a different arrangement, all the way up the calf in a crossing pattern. Star had some rope she needed Locke on to take to a fisherman down by the east side. He stuck that into his bag, where it stuck out some over the top. Wasn't heavy, just awkwardly sticking out the top. Locke's last stop was the blacksmiths' storefront. They needed a letter delivered to the council building. They needed approval to get more oil. With the city practically closed off from the jungle, resources are scarce. Oil was one of those hard-to-get resources that only so much was allowed to be given out. Can't even buy it. It's allocated. This owner was requesting more. The carpenter crews, working with the soldiers making trips into the jungle to receive wood, has caused the need for tools and building materials like nails and fittings to need to be produced more and more. Explaining the need for oil, which is basically the argument from the blacksmiths to the city council. Locke liked deliveries to the city council building. It was near the middle of the town, with a large jade-shingled building stretching many stories high. They gave him food as payment, usually in the form of cooked meat and bread, worth triple Locke's fee. With letters and rope in the bag tied tightly to Locke's back, he was off. This part of the city, the market, buildings were multi-storied high. The meat market had levels of chickens stacked on top of each other and handlers caring for them. Along with living spaces and storage, every building had living, storage, or more of what they did on top of it. Losay was familiar with this. After 3 years of couriering, he got used to running up walls. He didn't actually run up a wall, but with careful footing, spiked boots, careful weight distribution, he could jump off of one leg from one side to the other, the grip from the spikes lending him the ability to trust his footing. Left-right, then before Locke knew it, the shade disappeared, and the sun bathed him on the rooftop,